Good evening, guys. Oh, welcome to this episode of Happiness After Codependency. I'm Marshall Bircher. It is a late evening episode. As the last couple of weeks, recovering from COVID, moving, all that stuff, and then lots of volleyball going on with my daughter. It's been a busy time, so I'm squeezing an episode today. Next week, we'll be getting back to our regular schedule of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday videos, especially as we jump in here to the big launch of the Happiness After Codependency system and the return of my 5-day workshop. So more about that at the end of this episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the 3 words that you need to hear from yourself. So these 3 words matter, and I have found them to be essential in my healing from codependency and my reconnection back to my reality, back to trust, back to a deeper sense of safety, connection, and value, sense of association with my own identity. So we're going to be doing that. Hi, Pamela. Thank you for that. As a reminder, these videos are public, so any comments you make are also public. Because some people have had some confusion about that. You know, why are you saying that? Isn't this supposed to be private? It's not. These are public videos, YouTube and Facebook. So be mindful of that. So I'm going to get this shared out to the community real quick here before we jump in. The community is your safe haven where you can find additional guidance, tools, and support from me and fellow travelers in discovering their well-being and happiness after codependency. Link is above on Facebook, below on YouTube. Come and join us. Oh, let's click. I've got to click it now and share it out to the group real quick. Boom. And there we are. So these 3 words that we all need to hear. So growing up in a codependent dynamic, there are certain things I didn't receive as a child. And if you grew up in a codependent system or a family dynamic or culture, you didn't hear these things either. Most of the time, when we have had an experience, we have gone through something, we have witnessed something, we have felt something, we've had a realization about something. Well, we go and we share that. We share it with people we care about, share it with people that we trust, share it with people whom we think value us and care about us, and that we believe would want to support and protect us. So we share it with them. Now, if these people are not healthy, they're not mature, they're maybe on the narcissistic side, or they have some sort of conditioning, programming that inhibits them from actually acknowledging individuality, acknowledging the value of a person's experience, you're going to get responses like, "What's wrong with you? Why would you feel that way? I don't believe you. I think you're lying. Are you sure that that's what happened? Is that what you really saw?" You'll get dismissiveness. You'll get gaslighting. You'll get questioning. You'll be made to question whether or not what you felt, what you experienced, what you realized was actually value. You'll be drawn to doubt yourself. Now, especially with unhealthy or toxic relationship systems, this is prominent. It's a prevalent component because that's what enables the other individuals involved to control, to manipulate, and to abuse without accountability and without consequence. Because if I'm the one that's being doubted, I'm the one that's receiving this gaslighting, this doubt, this questioning, and I internalize that as there's something wrong with me, well, now I'm open to them being the truth, being the authority, and then they can do whatever they want because maybe I'm just perceiving this wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding what's really happening because, I'm willing to consider that I don't have all the facts, that kind of thing. So we end up gaslighting ourselves. We end up disbelieving our own lived reality, our own sanity, our own intuition, our own sense of things. And let's put this in even a more broad or common day experience rather, is we get a hunch. Something's off. Something's not aligned for us. Something isn't sitting right with us. And we tell a friend or something, you're like, no, just do it anyway. But it's off for us. That's another way in which self-doubt is introduced into our world. Now, they're not doing it maliciously. They're doing it because they have their own doubts, their own insecurities, but their own perceptions. They don't know how to have a relationship with their own intuitive guidance, or at least fundamentally their own awareness, much less have a relationship of support with your awareness. So this is where we're coming from. This is the context we grow up in. And this is why these 3 words I'm going to give you matter so much to you. You've got to hear it from yourself. This is key, because when we do not hear these words from ourselves, we're still going to seek it externally. So what are those 3 words? Well, I believe you. Write that down. I believe you. Hearing that from someone else is essential to our healing, but to really internalize it, to really connect with our own truth, our own lived experience, we've got to believe ourselves. I believe you. Give you a real life example. Just happened like 10 minutes ago. So I was out walking out in this new neighborhood, just getting a sense of things for myself and wrestling with anxiety about, the big changes going on, as well as the big launch for the happiness after codependency system and all that. And there were these fears of humiliation, embarrassment, and false accusation. These are things that I grew up with in my culture, in my family dynamic, at school, among my peers, being bullied with false accusations, with lies, with being labeled certain ways, being told I'm stupid, things like that. So that's a lot of activation there for me at that moment. And those 3 words brought me a lot of peace, because that's what I went into that emotion. I said, I believe you. I believe that we are scared of this happening. I believe that this happened to us. Because that part of me is like, but what if this happens? What if that happens? What do we do? And I'm like, I believe you. I believe that we went through this and that this anxiety is valid. It's legitimate. It's understandable. It's okay that we're feeling it. Because we've been through these things. This has really happened to us. So we're not making something up. It's not catastrophic thinking because it's never happened. It's more like, yep, this was a constant and it's happened in our world. So I see you. I believe you. When I was going through my own healing work with gaslighting, with the internalized self-doubt, with just coming to terms with what I was really gone through in my family, I believe you. So when those memories showed up, I believe you. I believe me, right? Internally, I am believing myself. I am trusting myself. I'm giving myself the allegiance, the friendship, and the shelter I need in order to feel safe enough to reach out and make connection, to reach out and be myself. I believe you. In your own journey, where are you doubting yourself? Where are you doubting your experience? Did I really see that? Did I really go through that? These are places where those 3 words can really matter in your healing. They can really impact it. I believe you. If someone's sharing with you something they've gone through, I believe you. If you're sharing something with someone else, that's what you'd want to hear, right? I believe you. That's what we need with amongst each other and within ourselves, is to be believed. Because when we are believed, then we can begin the process of moving through the emotional experience we've had, integrating it, and growing through it so that we don't get stuck in a frozen state. We don't get stuck in a place of self-doubt and trying to prove ourselves or trying to get someone to believe us so that we can feel safe and feel valid and feel real. Instead, we've moved through that and we're able to move forward into what we need to be doing to increase our safety, increase our connection, and increase our sense of value identity in our world. Because it's those 3 necessities that we're always working for in our in our lives and what we're trying to accomplish. The ways we do them with our relationships, our careers, our businesses, all of that. So those are the 3 words I wanted to give you guys today. Is I believe you. Because what you've gone through is real. It's happened. I know it's real because of what you guys share with me. I know it's real by the way your bodies respond to the things you encounter. That's how I know the things I went through were real. Is my body has activation towards it, has feelings, has a perspective on these things. It's like, oh, that. I didn't make these things up. I thought I did, honestly. I was like, maybe I'm just making it all up. Maybe, being dragged across the school floor was just kind of in my head, stuff like that. No, these are things I can point to factually. These are things I can believe. And I choose to believe them so that my healing can continue to move forward. So those are the 3 words you need to hear from you the most. Is that I believe you. So there you go, guys. That is today's really quick video. Next week, we'll have more. We have some more adventures there. I'm diving into how we heal codependency, how we transition from codependency into healthy, fulfilling friendships, relationships, prosperity, and peace in our lives. So that's going to be the next gamut of trainings coming up here over the next 5 to 6 weeks there. So you're welcome, Kendall. You're welcome, Pamela. Guys, if you're ready to take that deep dive in creating those relationships and friendships you want in your life and to start building prosperity and peace that's resilient and lasting, that's what the Happiness After Codependency is all about. We have 45 out of 50 seats remaining. I only open this up once a year because it's a 10-month-long journey in transforming codependency into happy, healthy relationships, prosperity, and peace for you. So I teach you how to trust yourself, how to soothe and regulate yourself, how to build interconnection for interpersonal relationships and regulation, co-regulation, as well as to detect and follow your own value, voice, and vision in your world. So come and join us. Link is above on Facebook, below on YouTube, and the workshop is open for enrollment. This is my 5-day workshop where I give you the 4 essential practices and concepts you need to heal your codependency. We start August 1st and run through August 5th. You can attend it for free, the live classes, or you can purchase the recordings for $47. Again, the link is above on Facebook, below on YouTube, in the descriptions. Come and join us. Let's have some adventure there. Sophia shares, it's true. Legitimizing my emotions is what saved me when I first found you. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, legitimize it. It's real, guys. What you went through, what you feel, it's real. It's there. It's physical. It's something you can point at. It's factual. When you believe yourself, the game completely shifts because self-doubt is one of these core wounds we inherit from the abuse and neglect we've gone through. Learning to believe ourselves, trust ourselves, and follow ourselves first. That's where we get our legitimacy into play. That's where we return to our sovereignty, which enables our personal power, which leads to following our own sense of reality, our own intuition and guidance, which then helps us detect healthy people, which helps us build safe, secure connection, and ultimately loving relationships and friendships, prosperity, and peace in your world. So that's the magic we do here. So great. Thank you again, guys, for being here. I will see you in our next video. Have a safe evening. Bye-bye.